What is up, iPad Focus fam? Get ready, because the news cycle is absolutely on fire today, and we've got the inside scoop on some game-changing updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From major shifts in how we access our favorite entertainment to a deep dive into the future of smart technology and design philosophies that are pushing boundaries, we're covering it all. This is your essential download, your front row seat to the innovations shaping our digital lives. Stick around, because you're about to get the intel you need to stay ahead of the curve. Let's dive in. First up, a massive shakeup in the streaming world that could redefine how you bundle your entertainment subscriptions. We're talking about a major Canadian player making a bold move to consolidate some of the biggest names in streaming, and the implications for consumers are huge. This isn't just about saving money, it's about a fundamental shift in how content is packaged and delivered. You'll want to hear how this could impact your monthly bills and your viewing habits. Then, we're shifting gears to the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. Have you ever wondered about the true capabilities and the potential pitfalls of AI agents? Well, some new stats are suggesting that a cautious, perhaps even slow, rollout of these powerful tools might be the wisest strategy. We'll break down why taking your time with AI could be the key to unlocking its true potential while avoiding some serious missteps. Get ready for some eye-opening insights into the future of smart assistants and automated tasks. Next, we're diving deep into the world of design, specifically a new visual language that's appearing across a major tech platform. We're talking about a particular design element that's sparking debate, with some seeing it as brilliant innovation and others as a step backward. Is it a revolutionary leap forward or a case of form over function? We'll dissect this controversial design choice and explore what it reveals about the priorities of a tech giant. Prepare for a critical look at how aesthetics and usability collide. And finally, get ready for some surprising news about a beloved comedy series finding a new home. A critically acclaimed show that's been a staple on a major streaming service is about to reach a whole new audience through a partnership with a public broadcaster. We'll explore how these kinds of deals work, what it means for the show's future, and how it's giving this long-running favorite a second life. You won't want to miss this heartwarming development. Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and get ready for a breakdown you won't find anywhere else. Let's go. Canadian streaming shakeup. Bundles get a major overhaul. Amidst the ongoing industry-wide decline in traditional cable viewership, Canadian media giant Rogers has made a significant move to redefine the streaming landscape for its subscribers. In a strategic effort to combat cord cutting and capture a larger share of the digital entertainment market, Rogers has unveiled a new, comprehensive streaming plan that bundles together three of the most popular streaming services: Netflix, Disney+, and Apple TV+. This innovative offering, dubbed the Rogers Xfinity Stream Saver Plan, first rolled out in Western Canada and is set to become available nationwide later this year. The plan is competitively priced at $22, approximately $16 per month. Rogers estimates that this bundle will provide subscribers with substantial savings, around 30% off the combined cost of individual subscriptions. This calculation is based on current standalone prices, which, as of August 27, see Netflix with ads at $7.99, US $5.80 per month, Apple TV Plus at $14.99, US $10.90 per month, and Disney Plus with ads at $8.99, US $6.55 per month, totaling a combined $31.97, US $23.25 if subscribed separately. Rogers is clearly banking on the widespread adoption of these services among Canadians, many of whom already subscribe to each platform individually. The company believes that in an increasingly cost-conscious market, consumers will be highly receptive to the convenience and financial benefits of a single, bundled offering that simplifies their monthly entertainment expenses. This move by Rogers follows a similar trend initiated by rival Bell Media, which earlier launched its own bundle featuring Netflix, Disney+, and its proprietary Crave streaming service for the same $22, US $16 monthly price point. Canadian telecommunications giant TELUS has also entered the fray, revamping its Stream Plus bundle in 2024 to include Netflix, Disney Plus, and Prime Video for its mobile customers. The synergy between these three US-based streaming giants, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Apple TV Plus, is undeniable, as they collectively represent the most sought-after streaming platforms among Canadian viewers. The Rogers Stream Saver package, by integrating these powerhouses, is a clear indicator of a broader industry shift where streaming services are increasingly being bundled and marketed as a value-added proposition. This strategy aims to offset the persistent decline in viewership for traditional linear television channels by encouraging deeper engagement within the streaming ecosystem. Furthermore, Rogers is enhancing the appeal of its StreamSaver package by offering subscribers the option to add its Sportsnet Plus sports streaming service for even greater savings, signaling a growing industry reliance on live sports content to drive subscription growth for bundled offerings. Both Canadian and US media companies are actively exploring such avenues to attract and retain subscribers in a highly competitive digital marketplace. This strategic bundling by Rogers signals a significant evolution in how Canadians access entertainment. Stay tuned as we explore how this trend might influence your own subscription choices and what it means for the future of streaming consolidation. AI agents: why Apple's cautious approach might be the smartest move. In the rapidly advancing world of artificial intelligence, a key debate revolves around the pace of implementation, particularly concerning AI agent capabilities. While many are eager for more sophisticated AI functionalities, new data and expert opinions suggest that Apple's notably cautious approach to rolling out features like App Intents, a mechanism designed to grant Siri more advanced agent-like abilities, may indeed be a wise strategy. This measured rollout is beginning to offer compelling evidence that taking things slowly in the realm of AI agents could prevent significant missteps and foster greater user trust. For nearly a decade, the vision of a truly intelligent personal assistant has been evolving. Consider the seemingly simple command, "Arrange lunch with Sam next week." A truly advanced AI agent would seamlessly handle this. It would know who Sam is, access your calendar to identify free slots, and then, crucially, check Sam's availability, assuming she's granted permission for such data sharing. The AI would then match your schedules, find a mutually convenient time, and could even go a step further by considering your and Sam's favorite restaurants, cross-referencing them, and booking a table. While Google has made strides in the restaurant booking aspect, and enterprise sectors have seen various AI agent capabilities emerge, Apple's direct implementation of such complex, multi-step personal agent tasks through Siri has been conspicuously absent. Apple's planned pathway involves App Intents, which began with allowing Siri to pull information from apps, a feature demonstrated as early as 2022, with broader capabilities anticipated next spring. However, the ultimate goal is to equip iPhones with AI agents capable of executing more intricate tasks autonomously. The core challenge, not just for Apple, but for the entire tech industry, lies in the current unreliability of AI agents. Google's current approach, for instance, often involves pre-filling booking forms but requires the user to double-check and manually submit the reservation, effectively acting as a sophisticated prompt rather than a fully autonomous agent. This cautiousness stems from the inherent risks associated with AI errors. As highlighted by TNW's Callum Chase, statistics reveal a concerning trend. A significant percentage of AI-generated content contains errors, and a substantial portion of businesses are adopting AI agents without adequate oversight. This can be likened to granting significant autonomy to an inexperienced individual. AI agents are intelligent and capable, but can be erratic and require supervision. The danger is amplified when these agents are integrated into operations with minimal testing or disclaimers, a practice some large enterprises are reportedly undertaking. Even simpler uses of App Intents, like retrieving accurate information from apps, can lead to user errors if the data presented is flawed and relied upon. When AI agents are tasked with performing actions on our behalf, the potential for error and negative consequences escalates dramatically. Given that individual users might be even more inclined than businesses to implicitly trust that an AI will execute a command perfectly, Apple's decision to invest more time in rigorous testing for these specific functionalities appears not only prudent, but potentially essential for building a reliable and trustworthy AI ecosystem. This careful calibration by Apple could be the key to unlocking AI's true potential without succumbing to its current limitations. But what happens when design choices themselves become the source of user frustration? We're about to find out. Apple's liquid glass, a design dilemma hiding in plain sight. In the intricate world of user interface design, even the smallest elements can reveal profound insights into a company's priorities and design philosophy. The humble toggle switch, often overlooked, has become a focal point in discussions surrounding Apple's recent design language, particularly the liquid glass aesthetic introduced in iOS 26. While this new visual style offers moments of undeniable beauty and innovation, a closer examination, especially of interactive elements like toggles, suggests a potential conflict between aesthetic ambition and core design principles, raising questions about Apple's commitment to its long-standing philosophy of prioritizing function and user experience. There's a great deal to appreciate about the liquid glass design. Its fluid, glass-like appearance, particularly evident in macOS Tahoe and various elements within iOS 26, represents a significant visual upgrade from previous iterations. However, the user experience associated with these new design elements, specifically the toggles, often proves to be more irritating than intuitive. This leads to a persistent feeling that Apple might be prioritizing stylistic flair, a demonstration of design prowess, over consistent, tangible user value. The toggle serves as a prime example of this perceived imbalance. In iOS 26, these transparent sliders exhibit a captivating effect. When a user interacts with them, the button transforms into a larger, glass-like nub that refracts light as it moves, creating an almost mesmerizing visual. Yet the practical usability of this feature is questionable. Upon attempting a simple tap, the toggle appears to jump as it slides, with the glassy and scaling effects becoming more pronounced. This animation is not only difficult to ignore, but also makes the button feel distractingly large and sluggish in its movement. This noticeable animation seems almost intentional, perhaps aimed at highlighting the new design language. However, this directly contradicts Apple's historical design ethos, which emphasizes the reduction of extraneous elements and distractions to allow the product's core purpose to shine through. The fundamental purpose of a toggle is to enable or disable a function. It's a means to an end, not the end itself. Ideally, it should be sleek, minimal, and unobtrusive, allowing users to quickly make a selection and return to their primary task. The jumping and exaggerated animations of the liquid glass toggles are, by definition, distracting. They draw attention to the interface element itself rather than facilitating a smooth user interaction. This divergence from its own established principles leaves one with the uneasy impression that the inspiration behind liquid glass is driven more by form than by function, an effort to look cool rather than to serve a practical purpose effectively. While products should certainly be visually appealing, bold, and interesting, as liquid glass undoubtedly is, this aesthetic appeal should not overshadow or compromise usability. A design that prioritizes looking good at the expense of functioning well can ultimately become cumbersome and unenjoyable to use. Steve Jobs famously stated, "Design is how it works," a principle that seems challenged by the current iteration of liquid glass. At WWDC, Apple's VP of Human Interface, Alan Dye, described liquid glass as aiming to bring joy and delight to every user experience, repeatedly referencing its specular highlights, beauty, craft, and joy, and vitality. While these qualities are present, Dye dedicated far less time to discussing tangible improvements in everyday usage. Many highlighted features, like new alerts upon tapping, could have been implemented without the elaborate visual effects inherent to liquid glass. The emphasis on creating a delightful experience over familiarity and ease of use is a telling aspect of Apple's current design direction. The claim that liquid glass aims to put greater focus on your content is also undermined by its own visually demanding nature. The shimmering, refracting properties and the jumpy, fluid animations often pull attention away from the content and onto the interface itself. These elements are attention-grabbing rather than deferential to the user's task. The question arises, is it essential for a contextual menu to stretch dramatically when pulled, or for a text magnifying glass to wobble as it moves? While these effects are visually striking, they serve to draw the user's eye, detracting from the goal of allowing incidental elements to recede and keep greater focus on your content. This isn't merely about subjective aesthetics, it's about Apple's core design identity. The concern is whether Apple is prioritizing the creation of insanely great products that enhance users' lives, or simply designing elements that catch their eyes. While the former remains evident, there's a growing worry about the increasing prevalence of the latter. A design's merit should fundamentally stem from its functionality, not solely its appearance. As Joni Ive once articulated, avoiding swoopy shapes to look good, stuff that is so aggressively designed, just to catch the eye because it represents arrogance, it's not done for the benefit of the user. When design choices that prioritize fashion over user benefit lead to a degraded experience, as the current liquid glass toggles sometimes do, it warrants scrutiny. The inclusion of these toggles in iOS 26 is, therefore, a cause for concern. While crafting beautiful interface elements is a worthy pursuit, when that artistry detracts from usability, it fails the user. If Apple can refine its liquid glass toggles to incorporate its visual appeal without the distracting, attention-seeking animations, it would signal a return to the user-centric principles championed by Steve Jobs. Such a shift could significantly enhance the overall experience of iOS 26 and future iterations. This focus on visual flair over seamless interaction raises fundamental questions about Apple's design evolution. But how does this compare to how other tech giants are approaching user experience? We'll look at that next. Beloved comedy, Trying, finds new audience on BBC after Apple TV Plus run. In a significant move for British television and streaming distribution, Apple's longest-running original comedy series, Trying, is set to reach a wider audience through a new partnership with the BBC in the United Kingdom. The critically acclaimed Apple original, which first premiered on Apple TV Plus in May 2020, will now be available on the BBC's streaming platform, BBC iPlayer, and is also slated for broadcast on the BBC's linear television channels. This expansion of reach for Trying marks a new chapter for the heartwarming series, which is currently in development for its 5th season on Apple TV Plus. The deal, initially reported by Deadline, reportedly encompasses the first 3 seasons of Trying, with the inaugural season scheduled to debut on BBC platforms starting September 8. This secondary distribution agreement highlights a growing trend in how content is licensed and shared across different platforms, especially as streaming services mature and their original content begins to enter periods of non-exclusivity. The underlying mechanism for such deals often lies in the initial commissioning and production agreements. Many Apple original series are produced by third-party studios under contract. Apple typically negotiates a period of exclusivity, often around 5 years, for all rights associated with these productions. Once this exclusivity window closes, the original producers have the option to either renew their exclusive agreement with Apple or seek alternative distribution partners. Given that Apple TV Plus is now over 5 years old, a number of its high-profile original series are naturally entering these non-exclusive windows. In the case of Trying, the producers, who are notably BBC studios, have exercised their right to license secondary UK distribution rights to the BBC. This arrangement is structured to benefit both parties without diminishing the value for existing Apple TV Plus subscribers. The show will continue to be available on Apple TV Plus in the UK market, ensuring that its primary subscriber base remains unaffected. This strategy of licensing content to other broadcasters is not unprecedented for Apple. A similar deal was previously established with UK broadcaster ITV for Suspicion, an Apple drama series that, despite its distribution arrangement, was ultimately cancelled after its first season due to lower-than-expected ratings. International producers are increasingly keen on licensing Apple's extensive library of content, particularly given that Apple TV Plus has relatively modest penetration rates in many global markets, especially outside the United States. This lower penetration means that many of Apple's high-budget, premium productions are still perceived as new by audiences in these international territories. Producers can therefore license these shows in secondary windows at a significantly lower cost than Apple initially invested in their production. Such licensing negotiations also played a pivotal role in the much-discussed revival and renewal of Apple's flagship series, Ted Lasso. Reports indicated that Apple was on the verge of losing worldwide exclusivity for its most popular comedy, with rights potentially reverting to Warner Bros. However, Apple appears to have successfully extended its contract as part of the renewal agreement for its fourth season, underscoring the complex interplay of content ownership and distribution strategies in the modern media landscape. The BBC's acquisition of Trying is a testament to the show's enduring appeal and a smart move to enrich its programming with popular, award-winning content, while also providing Apple with additional revenue streams and extended audience reach. This cross-platform success story for Trying highlights the evolving dynamics of content distribution in the streaming era. Now, let's quickly recap the biggest stories of the day and what they mean for you. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on another packed episode. We saw Rogers bundle up Netflix, Disney+, and Apple TV Plus for Canadian subscribers, potentially changing the streaming game. Then, we explored why Apple's cautious approach to AI agents might be the smartest move in a world of evolving tech. We also dissected Apple's liquid glass design, debating whether form is truly trumping function. And finally, the beloved comedy Trying is getting a new lease on life with a broadcast deal on the BBC. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more awesome content, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's stories, and give us a follow on all our social channels. We'll catch you in the next one.